now we have right hand. Right hand's going to throw it right to left. Left hand's going to toss it over to your right. So the ball's bounced on the ground, and the other one's tossed to your other hand. So right hand be like this. Payton drill the right hand. And you get it going faster, or you keep it high. Okay, that's the right hand. Left hand's the same thing. Goes from left to right on the bounce. Left to right on the bounce, and your right hand is just tossing it over to your left hand. So look, yeah, same thing like this. Okay, now, on the move. Okay, keep it tight to start. That's right hand. And then on the back, you can do it backwards. Payton drill. Okay, now we'll go left hand. Left hand, same concept. Same concept. And then on the back, again, backwards Payton. Okay, one more time. Left hand. And you can really get moving. Try 30 seconds with the right, 30 seconds with the left. Payton drill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we're doing a 2-ball crossover. So the ball, both hands are going to cross over the ball. So your hands will be moving up and back with the ball. Trying to keep them going. One ball going on the outside, one ball crossing over on the inside. Okay, you can do it like that, just the ball. You want to get warm, you learn how to do it. But we want to do it 2 balls. So this is how it works. Okay, now we're going to show it in motion. Same drill. So you try to start slow, keep it tight. Okay, you can do it backwards. Putting your ball in front, working on forward. Again, tight steps, you can do it. Tight steps on the way back. You can also go fast, depending upon the amount of room you have. Okay, but you can go faster, you go faster. The ball needs to go a little bit higher so you can move. Back it up. You can always do these stationary. So long you can without messing up. Okay, now we just got done doing crossover, 2 balls. Now we're going to work on a combo where we bounce it and work on the quick crossover. Bounce, crossover, bounce, crossover, bounce, crossover, bounce. And when you want to try to go underneath the ball, if possible, works on your quickness, works on keeping the ball low to the ground. Okay, and that's stationary. You can also do it with movement. Same concept. We'll start slower. Keeping it really tight. You can do it backwards, although it's a little bit harder to do it backwards. But your drill's gotta be going backwards. Okay? You know, stick with the front. And keep it tight. Try to get the ball below it. Try it again. Try to get your other ball right below that ball you bounce. And you want to keep that ball when you bounce it somewhere around waist high. You don't want to go up here. That's really not helping you out. You want to keep it low so you get that fast movement with the ball. And again, you can do it stationary or you can do it on the move. Work on some between the legs combos with 2 ball. The first one is a bounce. So you're going to start with a straight pound. And you're going to bounce 1 ball, you're going to go between the leg and cross it over. Then when you get it to the other side, you're going to bounce between the leg, cross over. Okay? So you're going to show it here stationary. Bounce between the leg, 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 bounce between the leg. And that is the bounce with the crossover. Call it the kind of the killer crossover. Now we'll do it in motion. Same concept, but you're going to move. You're going to bounce it, get it real low. There, and like we worked on yesterday, or the other day, we bounced it when we were just working on crossover. We bounce and try to go underneath the ball. Same thing with your crossover. When you bounce it, that second ball underneath it, almost through your head. Bounce, 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 cross it. Bounce, cross it. Okay? You can do it stationary as well. On the move works, but if you don't have any place to move, you can try it in a stationary spot, just like that. That's the bounce, the killer crossover.
And you are wonderful.
Legs with 2 balls, okay? And the key concept with this, again, is you get both balls started. I'm going to start with the right hand. The right hand is going to put it between the leg. So the right hand is going to go between the leg, and the left hand is going to send that ball over to my right. So after I throw the ball between the legs, my right hand has to catch that left ball. Okay? So this is here. The front is a crossover. The other is a between the legs. So you rhythm bounce, and you go to the other side. So let's do it one time. So got it on my right. I rhythm bounce, go to my left. Right, rhythm bounce, left. Right, rhythm bounce, left. And then when you get it, you want to get it in a good motion. Okay, now we're going to do it on the move. We're going to do it on the move. So you're going to start with your right hand. Right hand's going to go between the legs, rhythm bounce, left hand between the legs, center. Okay, one more time. So you got the one hand that's going between the legs, the other one's in a crossover. Then you go here, crossover. Then you go here. Okay, so one hand's between the legs, one hand's a crossover. You're switching hands. Let's do a little faster. Okay, again. One more time. Without the mess up. Again, you can do it stationary on the move. Do it on the move. You can start slow. Then you want to kind of get that move. Okay, now, once you get the rhythm bounce down, we try to take that away. So, instead of going here and bouncing to gather rhythm, you're going to try to do it without the rhythm. So it's a continuous. So, your legs are constantly moving, and you're doing a figure 8 through both legs. And then once you get it, go fast. And if you ever mess up, you rhythm bounce and start it over again. So this one is without the rhythm bounce. One more time. So between the legs, you're constantly going between the legs, and that front ball is constantly doing a crossover. So you can see this front ball is going like this, and this ball is doing a figure 8. Okay, one more time. And then you can do it on the move. And this one's a little bit harder on the move. You don't have enough room. That's between the legs. With rhythm bounce, between the legs, with rhythm bounce, and without.
He's the God who provides.
Between the legs, but we're going between the legs through the back, through the back door, as we call it, the back door. So your right hand is going between the legs, left hand is doing a crossover. Left hand is a crossover, left to right. Back door is right to left. So when you get it, you want to go to the other side. Right hand, left. Rhythm bounce, catch it. Alright, switch legs each time. Okay, again. So left hand, we'll go with the left hand. Left hand going through the back door, and your crossover in the front. So back door with the crossover in the front. Okay, again. Alright. Okay, and then when you get it, you switch hands each time with a little rhythm bounce. Okay? Rhythm bounce. Put your legs in the right position. It's that little motion. And then you can get lower. Yeah. Do it it stationary, but your legs are always going back and forth trying to get the ball through the back door. You can also do it in motion. A motion, through the leg, through the leg, through the leg, and you switch each time. Okay, try it again. Okay, we'll go right in first, right in first, right, left, right, left. One more time. Right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. And again, this drill can be done. Can be done stationary. You keep it as low as you can. Use that rhythm bounce. Now, do the backboard between the legs with the rhythm bounce. Now we're going to do it without the rhythm bounce. So without the rhythm bounce, continuous. It's like a figure eight, basically what it is. So again, it's the same concept. I'm going to do it slow here. So the front ball is doing a crossover, the back ball going through your legs, and you're just switching hands. So you get it going, your legs have to move back and forth. Okay, if you mess up, you gather bounce again, just to kind of get your motion. Try to see how many you can do in a row without messing up. That's through the back door. Now you can do it on the move too. Again, it's more of a skipping motion that you're trying to do with it. You're trying to keep your legs up high. So it's without the rhythm bounce again. If you mess up, you can always use one rhythm bounce to get you back in motion. But you want to try to complete this drill without the rhythm bounce. Again, you can do it stationary. Okay? Or you can also do it on the move. And in fact, just do them both. Okay, one more time. And again, if you mess up in between, always take a rhythm bounce to gather yourself. See how many times you can go in a row without a rhythm bounce. That's between the legs through the back door with a rhythm bounce and without a rhythm bounce. Hey! Now we'll go behind the back. We just did between the legs through the back door. Now we're going to do behind the back. Okay, behind the back involves that rhythm bounce again too. So when you do it behind the back, you want to go, one ball goes behind the back, the other one's in the crossover, right? So if I throw it around the right, I catch with the left, and then the left throws the crossover to my right. So again, here, rhythm bounce back. Rhythm bounce back. So again, this ball is going like this. And this ball is going behind your back, through the behind the back. All right, here we go. Ready? Good. And you can go fast, or you can go a little slower, so making sure you got a good motion. Okay, now we'll go on the move with that. So I can try to go at an angle. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. About 4 steps I can take inside this garage. Okay. One more time. So you're gonna go right hand over to the left, back to the right, back to the left. And again, that front ball is just staying in front like this. Okay, one more time. I'll start going to the left. Go to the left, to the right, to the left. Go to the right, and then again, you get right back to the stationary, and try to keep it low. Okay, that's behind the back. And now, we're going to do behind the back without a rhythm bounce. Okay, meaning you want to try to complete as many behind the backs without that. If you mess up or lose the ball, you always use the rhythm bounce to gather yourself, then start again. So now, instead of when we go here and bounce and then come back, we're going to try to do continuous. Okay? So this front ball is going to be going like this from left to right. The back ball is going to be going back and forth in the back left to right. So let's try it out. Okay? And again, you may have to move a little bit, but you're trying again to get that ball basically in front. you're just trying to throw it back and forth like this again, so you get that motion in the back. This drill is, you can do it stationary and kind of see how many times you can do it in a row without messing up, and then try to beat it each time, okay? And again, if you mess up, use the rhythm bounce, but then start your count again. Okay, the rhythm bounce is just to try to get you back online with what you're trying to do. All right, here we go. This is on the move now, okay? On the move, same thing. Trying to keep the ball in front of you. Get the crossover and behind the back without that rhythm bounce, okay? Only if you mess up, use the rhythm bounce again. Okay? And again, you really got to stay low to the ground. And if you look from behind, you can kind of see, you can see the back hands, what they're doing. Okay? One more time. And then again, stay stationary. See how many times you can get the ball going without losing it. Okay, that's behind the back without the rhythm bounce.
I lift my eyes into the hills. Where does my help come?
We're gonna do our bounce sequence. We've done bounce sequence with crossover, bounce sequence with between the legs. So maybe we bounce, crossover, we bounce, we crossover. Okay, so now we're doing the bounce with the front door, back door. So we're going to bounce it, and then this ball is going to go front door, back door, and you're going to bounce it, front door, back door, and you're going to bounce it, front door, back door. So you bounce it, and you want to go through your legs back and forth quickly. Okay, so we'll do it stationary to start. Bounce, 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 bounce. Ah! Okay. That's bounce with front door to back door. We can do it on the move. So now we're going to do it on the move. Same concept. Bounce, 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 bounce. Ah! Let's try it again. Don't make mistakes. Ready? Bounce, 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 bounce. Okay? And you want to try to keep your bounce somewhere around waist high. You don't want it too high. Sometimes it gets a little too high. You just try to control it. And the ball, on any of the bounce drills, the ball always wants to go straight up. You don't want it going forward. You don't going to the side. You want it going straight up so it doesn't get in the way of your dribble you're trying to perform. Do one more time. Bounce, 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 bounce. Okay? And that's bounce with front door, back door. We're going to go back into the front ball and the back ball. So when you're bouncing it, and you're going to go through here and back, this front ball is again going to do the crossover in front, while your other ball is going through and coming back. Right? So you're performing your front door, back door. This ball in front is going side to side. Okay? So we'll try it once here. Okay? So, back, and there. And then you switch to your other hand. So again, this front ball is doing a crossover. This back ball is going front door and back door. Okay? So here we go. We'll go a little faster. You can use the rhythm bounce in between. Kind of have your dribble. Okay? Okay, so again, the ball is going front door, back door, and that second ball is going over to your other hand and coming back, and then you switch. Okay, so again. Okay, I did it without the dribble. So there you go. Rhythm bounce, and a mess up. Gotta have mess ups. Okay, you gotta have mess ups. Ready? Yeah. Bounce. Okay, now we'll do it on the move. rhythm bounce. One more time. One more time. Okay, and again, that's front door, back door, rhythm bounce. And dribble, front door to back door, okay? Front door to back door with the crossover in the front, right? So, crossover in the front, front door to back door. All right, we've been using a rhythm bounce in between. Now we're not going to use the rhythm bounce, so it's going to be continuous with the switch of the hands. So you go right to left, and switch. Okay, so again, there's no rhythm bounce, and you're just stationary, doing front door to back door. Okay, one more time. So again, no rhythm bounce in between. You're going here, and you're immediately going into your other hand, front door to back door. All right, front door, back door, and again, if there is a mess up, try to keep track of how many times you did it in a row. So if I did it 5 times right there, the next time I go, I'm going to try to beat that 5. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. Okay, I didn't beat it that time. Try it again. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5, there's 6. Okay, barely beat it. And you just keep trying to do it. Now, do front door, back door, no rhythm bounce on the move. One more. Do 3-ball dribble. Okay, 3-ball dribble is essentially juggling the balls, but on the ground. So when you juggle, you have that motion. Okay, so the same thing goes when you're dribbling it. When you're dribbling it, you have to take both balls. You got to start with 2 balls in one hand. Okay, and your second is right here. Your timing is this ball goes first, this ball goes second, and then your ball, which is second, is your third ball. So the first one to go down is this ball, and it's going to go in a crossover motion. The balls are always going in a crossover, meaning it's going in that V motion right there. So the first ball goes down here, and then that second ball goes. Okay, so first ball goes down, second ball goes. Now you got to add in the third ball. So when you're throwing down your first ball, you need to be sliding the second ball into your hand. So we'll do it again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the motion. 1, 2, 3. Okay, once you're able to get that motion, then you keep them going continuous. Let's go one more time. First ball 1, second ball 2, third ball 3. And you can see they're going underneath each ball. Okay, so after you get the motion, then you're just going to kind of get it going and try to keep that same motion. Again, it's essentially juggling the basketball in the air, but you're doing it on the ground. Okay, again, one more time. 1, 2, 3, and that's where you should start. Trying to get that motion. 1, 2, 3. Then once you get the motion down, then you try to keep it going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You get the point. Okay, and you want to try to go as many times as you can without dropping the ball. Okay, again, 1, 2, 3. All right, and when you get it, you keep that motion going. And sometimes you mess up into that rhythm. Once you get the rhythm, it's basically a crossover from right to left. Okay, now we're going to go on the move. You may not have enough room. You want to try to get as much room as you can. Again, it starts with the motion. I would suggest when you're going on the move, start with getting your motion first. 1, 2, 3. Okay, once you get the 1, 2, 3, then you start moving. upon how much space you have, the more rhythm you can get. Because if you have a short space, you're only going to get through it like 3 or 4 times. Okay, again, circle. Hit it again. Stationary. Again, see how many times you can go without messing up. That's 3 ball stationary and 3 ball on the move.